Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin. I am 28 years old and I live in Poland. Today, I want to share with you my personal story of how I learned English in a short time. I hope my story can help you too. 2 years ago, my life was very simple. I worked as a graphic designer in a small local company. Every morning, I woke up at 7 a.m., ate my breakfast, and walked to work. My office was small and my job was not very exciting, but I had a dream. I wanted to work for a big international company, travel to different countries, meet new people, and learn from the best. One evening, my friend called me. He said, "Kevin, I saw a job opening for a designer at a big company in Canada. You should apply." I was excited but also worried. I asked myself, can I really do this? My English is not good. But my friend said, "You have great skills, just try. What can go wrong?" So I decided to apply. After a few days, I received an email. The company wanted to interview me online. My heart started beating fast. This was my chance. The interview was scheduled for Monday at 10 o'clock in the morning. I could not sleep the night before. I kept thinking, what will they ask? What should I say? Will I understand them? Finally, the interview day came. I sat in front of my laptop waiting. My hands were cold. My stomach felt strange. Then 3 people appeared on the screen. They smiled and said, "Good morning, Kevin." I tried to smile back. The first question came quickly. "Kevin, can you tell us about your experience?" I understood the question, but my brain stopped. I knew the answer in my mind, but the words did not come out. I said, "I design, many project, very good." My voice was shaking. There was a short silence. They smiled politely, but I knew what that smile meant. They asked me 2 more questions, but I could not answer them well. I mixed up my words. I used wrong sentences. After 10 minutes, they said, "Thank you for your time, Kevin." The interview was over. I closed my laptop and sat quietly for a long time. I felt embarrassed and sad. I knew my design skills were good, but my English was not. I failed because I could not speak well. I kept thinking, why didn't I learn English earlier? Why did I wait so long? That evening, I took a long walk in the park. The air was cold. The sky was dark. I saw people walking, talking, laughing. Some were speaking English. I listened to them and felt even more upset. I sat on a bench and looked at the stars. I said to myself, "Kevin, you must change. If you want your dream job, you need English. You can learn it. You will learn it." That was the moment I made a promise. I would not give up. I would not be afraid. I would learn English. And I would find a way to do it fast, even if it was hard. Because sometimes the most important change happens when we feel the most pain. I went home that night with a new plan in my heart. My journey to learn English had just begun. The next morning, I woke up early. The decision I made last night was still strong in my mind. But I asked myself, where should I start? What can I do? I did not want to waste time again. I had already paid for classes before, but they didn't help me speak. I needed something new, something simple but strong. First, I looked at my daily life. What sentences do I need every day? I sat down with a notebook and wrote 50 simple sentences. Sentences I might use at work, in a coffee shop, or when talking to a friend. For example, where is the bathroom? Can you help me, please? What time is it? Do you understand me? How many people will join the meeting? Every morning at 6 a.m., I read these sentences aloud. Not one time, but 10 times. My mouth felt strange at first. My tongue did not move easily. But after a few days, I noticed a small change. My mouth started moving faster. The words felt lighter. My brain started thinking in English even when I was not reading. Second, I started speaking to myself everywhere. Yes, it might sound funny, but it worked. When I cooked, I said, I am cutting the vegetables. The soup smells good. The water is boiling. When I walked outside, I said, the sun is shining. There are children playing in the park. That man is riding a bicycle. Wherever I went, I found something to describe in English. It was like having a private classroom all the time. There was no teacher, no tests, no fear of mistakes. Third, I added the question and answer method. Every evening, I asked myself questions like, what did you do today? What will you do tomorrow? Where do you want to travel? I answered each question with longer and longer sentences. For example, what did you do today? I worked on a new design project. I spent 3 hours drawing. Then I had lunch with my friend. After that, I watched a movie at home. Every time I answered, I added more details. I pushed myself to say a little bit more. This helped my brain connect words faster. Soon, I stopped translating in my head. The sentences came naturally. One day, I was in the kitchen making tea. I asked myself, should I add sugar or honey? What might taste better? I answered, honey is healthier. I will add honey. This small habit made a big difference. I also made small challenges. For example, I asked, how many new sentences can I say today? Can I describe 5 things around me? Can I answer 10 questions without stopping? These little games made learning fun. Slowly, I could feel my English growing. My sentences became longer. My speaking became smoother. My confidence started to rise, but I knew this was just the beginning. After 1 month, I felt proud, but I knew I still had much to improve. My biggest problem was pronunciation. Many people could understand me, but I still sounded like a foreigner. I wanted to sound more natural. One evening, I found a new idea, the echo technique. I thought, let's try this. Every night I watched short videos with native English speakers. After each sentence, I paused the video. Then I repeated exactly what they said. Same speed, same tone, same feeling. For example, video. I don't know what you mean, me. I don't know what you mean. I repeated each sentence 10 times. At first, it was hard. My tongue felt slow. But after 1 week, my voice started to sound closer to the native speakers. I could hear the change. But I didn't stop there. I wanted to speak with real people. I searched online and found a group for English learners. They met every Saturday at 7 p.m. The first time I was very nervous. My hands were cold again, just like my first interview. But I said to myself, Kevin, you can do this. Just try. When the meeting started, people from many countries joined. Some spoke slowly, some made mistakes, but nobody laughed. Everyone wanted to learn. We asked each other simple questions. Where do you live? What do you do? What food do you like? I answered, I live in Poland. I work as a graphic designer. I like pizza and chocolate. We laughed and talked more. Every Saturday I joined the group. I made new friends. My speaking became faster, my sentences became longer, and my fear slowly disappeared. During the week, I also practiced shadowing. I wore my headphones, listened to podcasts, and repeated every sentence after the speaker, as fast and clearly as I could. I did this while walking, cooking, or even cleaning my room. It became a fun habit. I also started to write a small journal every night. I wrote simple sentences about my day. For example, today I woke up early. I made breakfast. I worked on a new project. In the evening, I watched a movie. It was fun. After 1 month of writing, my sentences became more natural. I started to use better words and longer sentences without thinking too much. Finally, after 3 months of hard work, I received an email. The Canadian company invited me for another interview. This time, I was not scared. I sat in front of my laptop at 10 o'clock in the morning. When they asked me questions, I answered clearly and confidently. I did not freeze. I did not panic. I spoke like a person who loved speaking English. 1 week later, I got the job. I couldn't believe it. My dream came true. Now I work with people from different countries. I speak English every day. I still make small mistakes, but I feel strong and happy. If I can do it, you can do it too. Remember, practice every day, speak without fear, listen carefully, and never give up. Your English can grow faster than you think. Let's do this together.